In this video we will be looking at all the small letters. That doesn't include the group of letters I call the round letters like C, O, A, etc. I will be covering those in part 4. So all of these letters start at the middle line, okay? So they're all small letters because they don't touch the top line. So we'll start with I, which is just the same as an L, but starting at the middle line. Again, they all have a little flick. If your son's into football or if your daughter's into football, you could maybe say that it's a kick on the end. Okay, the next one that I'm going to do is P. Now, I call P a small letter because it starts in the middle. So it comes down, touches the next line down and then back up. And then it's like the B, it just comes round when it gets to the highlight again, just as a line guide to bring it round. But it must start at the bottom. Quite often what children will do is, if I do it over here, they just sort of start like that. And when they do that, you can clearly see that you can see where they've started at the bottom. And it looks like a P, but it's not as easy to join with other letters when it's been produced like that. So it's starting at the top of the highlight and then down and round. Okay, the next one, which is kind of similar to the P, is R. So I'll start down here. So R is down, and then like the H, it comes up and round. So down, round. And again, this is one where children will sometimes start at the bottom and just do that. And it does look like an R, but again, it's not as easy to join. Okay, once children are able to do R, then the next logical step would be to do N, and just to use that line guide to know exactly when to start rounding it over at the top. And obviously we end the N with a flick as well. Next one would be M. So we come down, back up, over, bump, and a flick or a kick at the end. So down, back up. It's really important that children come back up this line as well, sort of retracing their steps. Sometimes children, again, will start like that and they will start from the bottom, and sometimes they'll have this big gap in the middle as well. So what we want to do is just try and tighten that up. So starting at the top, coming down to the line, push over, back up the same line, push over and flick. Okay, after that we're going to move on to U. So again, that comes down, it's almost like an I to begin with, and then straight down and a flick. And again, these are all just controlled using the highlighter. That gives us the right size that we need to be going for. Okay, from U, I think the next one to do would be Y. So we come round like we're doing the U, down, and then keep going underneath. And again, we don't take it all the way down to the bottom. Using that guide also gives us an idea of where to stop the letters that do come under the line as well. So we'll just do a couple more of these. Okay, and it really is, it's one whole movement all the way around. Okay, after that I would say probably J is the next letter to do. So that's quite similar, but I think it's good to practice the Y. You can see the tail is exactly the same as the Y above it. Okay. Next we're going to do V. So V is a sort of diagonal line. And again, it's just good to know where to start and where to stop. when we're doing a V. Okay, next would be W. Okay, it can be difficult to know where to stop in the middle. Sometimes children will do like really small W's, or they can start and then like the next bit is small, so it's good to just have that balance as they go along. After W it would be X, so again that's the same as your V. You've got that diagonal line and then you lift the pencil off and then you come back over, so it's not done in one movement. So you've got X, 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 and finally Z. Again, you're using the line to help you. Okay, and then if you wanted to try doing some words, we can start incorporating some of the letters that we've previously learned as well. Okay. So here are some words that will practice the letters that you've just learned. So we could start with pin. Now you'll notice that the P doesn't actually join to the other letters, but it's just about getting them close enough so that it does look as if it's one whole word. Let's try mum. Let's try, oh, we can actually start incorporating some of the letters from previously. So we could have lip. We could have tip. We can have pit. And just have some time to write out those words and to keep practicing. Okay? Join me in part 4 where I will be teaching you all the rest of the letters.